Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morkie is in the other room. He was being a bit loud, so he's hanging with the other family members. I'm coming to you with a timeless reading today and a little bit different setup. Normally you're seeing my face. Today you're going to see the cards and some other good stuff that I have planned for you. So I thought it'd be nice just to change up the ambiance. Let me know what you think in the comments. But you're going to get a real good look at these cards today, and I think that can be really empowering. You may see symbols and meaning in the cards that maybe I don't pick up on, because why? These are general readings, so I'm reading more than one person's energy here. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to get your overall vibe. You can always check out the description below to connect with me further and see all the goodies. And oh my gosh, you threw a card out, so we're going to have to go get it. Hang on one moment. Capricorn, you threw out the Eight of Swords as your overall vibe and energy, and you threw it across the room. Your energy threw it across the room. I don't think you wanted me to go there with this card here with the Eight of Swords. It's a card of a little bit of a self-imposed trap here. You can see that the woman is standing with her hands against a spider web and she's blindfolded. The sword that she needs is at her feet, but she can't see. There's other swords suspended in the spider web. It's kind of a trapped kind of place to feel. There may be this feeling that you're going through right now of, I'm kind of trapped at this job. I'm kind of trapped in my living situation. I feel trapped. I am trapped. I don't know how to untrap myself. That could be real for some of you. That could be really physical for some of you. Some of you may feel trapped in a pattern. Some of you may feel trapped in what you're telling yourself or about certain situations. So the Eight of Swords, let's consider this an invitation to release ourselves from any of the ways that we feel trapped. We do have a full moon in the background. At any point in time, she can rip the blindfold off. She can employ all of her senses to free herself from this situation. It is self-imposed, but it's also an 8. And an 8 is a number of abundance. It's a number of experience. So through this is the opportunity to gain some level of experience that may be important for your journey. I'll also mention it's a minor arcana energy, Capricorn, so that doesn't mean it's going to last forever. All right? It can be a passing energy, but something that does catch your attention. We're going to go to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck now to pull a few cards. Tell me more. Capricorn, tell me more. Please don't throw the cards. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so there's your earth energy, an earthy vibe coming through, a more nurturing vibe. The Devil, that's you, showing up as yourself. This is hardworking energy. The Devil is always more comfortable in a Capricorn reading than any other reading because it does represent Capricorn's energy. You're still throwing a few cards. I peeped the Strength card there. I peeped the Strength card, just saying for anybody there. And then 10 of Pentacles. Okay, now we have some movement. Now we have some momentum. The 7 of Pentacles here. So we're going to hold in our minds and understanding that there's this feeling of entrapment or feeling a bit trapped. But then we have the 7 of Pentacles. There's this part of us that I like to call the greater being. And the greater being knows that it knows that it knows. It knows the things that 3D human us don't always know. And your greater being is really shining through here and saying, wait a minute, yeah, Capricorn might have the tendency to get a little trapped up in some thoughts here and there, to put their blinders on, put their head down and just ignore certain situations. But what your greater being is telling me, Capricorn, it's because the fear in this is that you fear your own power. You fear how big and evolutionary you are becoming. And so the real job here for you to do is to nurture these energies and to acknowledge the fear, but release it. Let it go. Do not fear your own greatness. There are seeds you have already planted. They have sprouted. They are growing. The vine is getting more and more powerful. These are the days of your life, the years of your life that are represented here. 7 is a number of of motion and momentum and movement. And your greater being says, love yourself in this. Love yourself in the growth that you've done. There's an acknowledgement that I feel is coming from maybe someone or the energies of the people you're connected to on the other side that have transitioned out of human form. You're being encouraged. You're being uplifted by a group or an energy from the other side here that is definitely in league and buddied up with your greater being and saying, wait a minute, you may not have the perspective, the divine, the number seven, the divine perspective that we have on everything you're doing. So don't let these energies where you feel trapped and stuck and maybe afraid of your own power, and therefore you self-sabotage or trap yourself. Don't let that stop you, because what you've done, we see it. And it is some great work that you have done. Of all the cards that they could attach to an astrological sign, you got the devil. You haven't just done the work, you've done the really hard frickin' work, Capricorn, and you're still doing it. Some of you are showing me a little bit of a struggle in relationships, okay? You might be defining yourself by your relationship status, which has you trapped up, instead of your own accomplishments, your own power and greatness. I am getting that for some of you. Maybe a little bit tough on yourself because, quote unquote, you're still single. That's hogwash. We're going to let that go. Do not let the lower energies, the inverted, ill-dignified energies of the devil, of your own sign, get the best of you, because this is not about giving up. You are about bringing things to completion. You're connected to 10th house energy. You're the 10th sign in the zodiac wheel. You got the 10 of Pentacles here. You're an earth sign. The Pentacles are connected to earth. Look what you've accomplished through some of the toughest, hardest circumstances. The way you've been able to work through and push through energies is second to no other sign. This energy you're showing me here, your greater being is showing me, is powerful stuff. It is where the best of you and the best of the Capricorn energies are presented. So are we going to divine ourselves by our relationship status? Are we going to divine ourselves by some mistake we made in the past? Are we going to define ourselves by the amount of money we make? No, because the work we've done holds far greater value. And there's recognition coming from the universe, from other places for you. And as you continue to live your life on your terms, Cappy's life on Cappy's terms, single, paired up, rich, poor, whatever, right? All these definitions of things. It doesn't matter, because your true happiness lies within. Your true happiness, we have a spindle here in this card. I'm being pulled to the spindle. I'm being pulled to it moving. Something is being woven here. You're weaving something so powerful. You're bringing together knowledge and wisdom and information that the world needs to know, that the world needs to experience, that the world and the people in the world need to do the hard work to figure out. And I'm not talking about, they got to go out and chop wood and wield a hammer and do all these things physically necessarily. It can be. For some people, physical movement and challenge is a path to this. But you're also showing me that there is the hard work that one does upon themselves to grow themselves, to not fear their own power, to not fear how they can really truly bring things together, what they've accomplished. Some of you just aren't taking enough time to celebrate the things that you have accomplished. And so anytime that you feel yourself trapped and you're feeling yourself a little blinded by what to do next, where to go next, or just feeling a little depressed, you need to have a celebration. You need to remember how far you've come, how much hard work you've done, and how you're demonstrating that to others in the world. That's the highest, most beautiful expression of the Capricorn energies. I'm going to ask, what does Cappy need to do to release this Eight of Swords energy, to release this trapped energy that they've put themselves in? What might be some activities or some energies around momentum and movement? Yeah, well, we got the Wheel of Fortune, so. And the Page of Swords. Okay. It's time for you to get comfortable. It's time for you to graduate yourself from some of these lower thought form energies. The Wheel of Fortune is upon you. And even though you are not a fixed sign, this energy has you in fixed energies. So the fixed signs are Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. You may look for those energies in your chart. Some of you, this Eight of Swords is connected to a transit of something that you've had in those energies or in those house energies. And it's time to wield the sword. Now, this Page of Swords is particularly determined. He basically is like, just try me. And Capricorn, there is like this energy of just try me. And I want you to have that young, stubborn, I'll show you kind of energy with this fear that you're carrying. It's time to cut it away. It's time to turn this wheel toward that celebration, toward your accomplishments with the Seven of Pentacles, to the wholeness that you're bringing to everyone by being in the highest aspects of your sign, of the element, of the earth element. You are the earth magician as well. And so through your thoughts and your communication of your own practical experience, some of you need to tell your story. Why haven't you told your story, Cappy? Some of you have not told your story. You need to tell your story to people. That's how you're going to cut through these bonds, these illusions, these self-imposed traps that you set for yourself. You have to be determined that at all costs you will cut away the fear. People need to know your story so they can celebrate with you. That's what's going to bring momentum here. That's what's going to get rid of this trapped energy. Today, I want to challenge you. You are going to share your story vulnerably with someone that you trust. At least one person. Some of you want to put it up on YouTube and go into it deeper. That's absolutely fine. But you're going to at least approach one person that you trust. Okay. We're going to get another card from the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams. So Cappy has some homework. What else does Cappy need to know? Your perspective is changing, Cappy. You got the Seven of Wands. You're moving to a higher ground, and it's time that you embraced the wisdom that you hold, that you now hold. This is fire energy. It's transformation. It wasn't easy to get here, so by golly, you're not going to give up this position, okay? It's time to get a bit more determined in these energies. And I know that once you put your mind to something, you're going to follow through on it. You're going to work hard on it. The Seven, remember you had the Seven of Pentacles. Now you have the Seven of Wands. This is you really having momentum. This is you having a perspective that is more all-seeing. The owl, you know how the owl can turn its head around like 360 degrees? It can see all around it, and that's where you're headed with this energy here. But you need to tell your story to someone. You need to make yourself seen to at least one person, if not more. It's time for your fire and light and everything you've done and learned to be presented to the world. We can no longer stay in these traps of fear. We're going to light that web on fire, burn it down, grab our sword, and go. That Page of Swords is saying, let's do it. Transformation. All right, Cappy, let's get you a card from the Moonology Oracle to close off your reading today. What else needs to be illuminated for Capricorn before we close out? What else does Capricorn need to know? This feels good, Cappy. You're on the verge of something really big, but don't forget to celebrate you. Okay. So if your mind needed something to latch on to, here it is. The answers you need are coming. The full moon in Gemini. So at whatever point you're finding this reading, you're going to look on the calendar and find out when is the next full moon in Gemini. It's an important time for you. It's a time where you want to be paying attention to the signals and the symbols that you're running across that are finding you from the universe, from your greater being. There's clarity here. And also Gemini does encourage communication. Some of you may be planning a talk or planning to have I almost feel like a TED Talk, or you're going to orate something, or you're going to share poetry, you're going to sing, going to use your voice in some way. There's more to you than most people realize. And I believe that energy is being opened up for you to have a greater experience and celebrate more in your life. Let's also get you a little surprise here. We're going to get a rune from this beautiful rune set here. It's got the Viking wheel on the top and the Norse Elder Futhark runes along the side. As always, no matter your culture, you can benefit from the messages of the runes. And you can also look to your own culture for the symbols, the languages, and the stories that might embody similar principles, because it's all connected. Okay, Capricorn. What rune wants to speak to Capricorn today? Over here. Wow, this has been a popular rune for the signs. Let me get it focused here. Yeah, several other signs, including Virgo, got this rune, Kenaz. And this is a torchlight. It's that 7 of Wands that she has in her hand in the card that you got. Kenaz has this ability to light our way out of fear, light our way out of darkness. You can imagine it like a torch or a flashlight. Kenaz represents knowledge and vision, the wisdom, like I picked up in the owl, the all-seeing kind of an energy. It can represent the light of the hermit as well, that inner wisdom popping through. It literally means beacon or torch. Kenaz, Kenaz. It has the ability to inspire you and inspire you into new creative ventures. It highlights your ability. It represents the ways in which you are a guiding light. And you've been given some homework here that you need to share that guiding light that you have with others. It's about your passion. It's about your power. How do you harness that? How do you shine your own light in the world? How do you shine through celebrating with others? How do you share your story to inspire? There's new strength applied in this. The answers you need are coming. There's a renewed new strength within you that comes through this rune. So Capricorn, I hope you've received these messages with their highest intentions. Since you're here at the end of the reading, just a reminder, please like, share, subscribe, send this channel to a friend, encourage someone who might also enjoy receiving empowering messages. They might like to look at my channel, join a live. I hope to see you at my next live. I'm live every Friday. I know that some people are working, so the replay will be available. And then every other Sunday night, I am live doing Q&A. I would love to see you on my channel. Please drop a comment. That always helps me get the feedback that I need, and it lets me know what you like. And I can't wait to see you next time.